Bleep, bleep, bleep. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, beep. Welcome to a game called Startup Company. And I hope it's like Game Tycoon, except maybe more polished. I saw it for sale, like £4 or something. I thought, I'll go on then. So, career mode, yes, that's what I want. Choose company name, Crap Bespoke Software Limited. Let's see. I'm going to be that ex-Verper with the name of John Smith. Choose a name for your website. Pornography. And competitors. Video sharing service. Yes, let's go with that. Dating, but yes. Pornography tube. I'm very funny. Hi there, nice to... Oh, wow, I like the user interface and the graphics and the design. My name is Pam and I'm your new advisor from Johnson Invest. Have you noticed the milestones underneath your website? Every time you complete a milestone, payment will be made instantly. Start by getting an office. We recommend you rent the office at 4 West Bridge Street in downtown. So, that one there. Alright. Rent. Good job reaching your first milestone. Next we need to get you seated on a desk. Go to purchase menu and buy a beginner desk. Purchase menu. Beginner desk. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the office because that's where to be in an office. Good job reaching, yeah. And click on desk and seat yourself. Select John Smith. And now we're ready to hire some employees. Click your CO if not selected already. Yeah. Headhunt 5 host employees according to the next milestone. Right, so I'm a developer, so I need a designer and so yeah, I'll have a designer. Alright. Do that. Headhunting a beginning designer. Right. That's not very corporate language. Sweet. We'll go on to the next milestone in the top right corner. So next top right corner, create a website. Hire 1 designers and 1 developers. Right. Remember to buy and seat them at a desk. Okie doke. So if I put a desk there, and then I put another desk there. Yeah. No toilets. No doors in this thing. It's just... I think you need a toilet in an office. So for the moment it's just headhunting. Oh, there we go. The graphics are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Low budget. I kind of like it. I don't like the flashing, though. The flashing's really pissing me off. Is there a way to disable flashing? Right, so I clicked on all those items so that... Stop flashing at me, I hate it. Alright, so we got a... Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. Let's just do that. Yep. Right, you do fine. And then... Yeah. Send offer. Yeah, okay, whatever. Right, so headhunting. Start headhunting for a developer. Right. And I don't know what any of these are, so but you need blueprints and you need wireframes to do graphics. Blueprint and graphics. Okay. What's start time machine? I don't know. I think I just skipped ahead a load of time. But this is developers, right? So here's... Alright, there we go. A developer. I have $45,000, okay. So you're costing me $9,600 a month. Right, I think we'll, after this, so 88%, yep, that's fine. So we'll offer you a monthly salary of that, and sign-in bonus, that's in offer. Once, okay, whatever. You can stop headhunting. Right, Fanny Smeller can go in there. So UI, yeah, do all that shit. Okay. Now, do some research in order to get started with the website. Go to the research menu. Set the feature tab, start landing page. Research. I need a researcher. What was it? Research landing page. So, features, landing page. Confirm. You can only unlock stuff when you have available research points. Points generated by researchers. We'll look into this later. Now it's time to add a landing page to our website. Click your website in the top right corner and select the Features tab. You have to buy out your existing investor or complete at least 15 milestones. Features. Add feature. Landing page. There we go. Right. So, to upgrade the landing page, we need to upgrade the landing page. Missing requirements. Do you know, I think I'm bored by this. Increase the potential users to 2,000. Hey, you, do stuff. Retire. Not retire, no. So he's training. You're doing back ends. You're doing components. Great. You're flashing at me. I hate you flashing at me. So this looks like any other sort of management thing. You research items. You unlock stuff. You accrue money. So I already have those items. Right. Increase the potential users to... let's have a look at that. So the landing page has got like 0%. I'm good at this. Increase potential users 2,000. It's like, no, cancel that. So let's upgrade this. Upgrade to level 1. Right. Wow, your new landing page will definitely make people excited about Pornography Tube. Ha 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 ha. All we need is a bit of marketing to get some traffic. Go to your website, select the marketing tab. We're going to create an email campaign. Would you like some pornography? Yep. Don't be afraid to increase the daily budget. Create a campaign. Yeah. You. Keep on doing things. Never stop doing things. You must continue. Infinity things. Excuse me. Okay, so get 2,000 registered users. Landing page video functionality. You need research. So I need research. So I need a researcher. Right, so I'm going to put that there so that John Smith is happy. And then let's have a that. And then yeah. You. Recruitment. Start headhunting for a researcher. Oh look, there's some registered users. Hire a researcher to generate research points as soon as possible by clicking the research mode. Features tab. It features whatever. Well, that looks pretty good. You probably want like that, and let's give you that. Yeah. Alright, okay. I'm just going to accept all these ridiculous, like, I want $9,000 a month. Yeah, okay. Maybe you could research some more animations. Remember, this game cost me £4. Right, so research. Features. I think video playback on a tube website is probably a sensible idea. So I can't unlock it because I only have 22 total research points. So I have to wait for that number to increase before things can happen. Hey, cool. I've got, like, money. No money coming in. But that's okay. Keep on training. Start your training. Don't know about you, but something about this feels a bit fucky. I'm going to put him there, just to say I am separate from you guys. Right, have I got research points yet? 25 research points. How much do I need for that feature? 30. This is very exciting. I'm sure we'll all agree. 27, 28. Right, there's 30 research points. Research, features, video. Now, website, go, features, add feature, add. Let's upgrade. So I need UIs and front end and back end. Aren't you you're doing stuff like that? So blueprint, wireframes, graphics, UI element. Yep, and Funny Fart Man. Oh no, I don't want to do that then. So I need video component, backend component. Yep, starting work at 7 o'clock. I've reached all the potential users. So I need UI elements and interface modules. I need a lead developer. For a oh no, just yeah. I prefer the petrol station one. But Andrew is a lazy cunt. Who's Andrew? Yeah, I prefer the petrol station one, but I kind of finished it, so I'm hoping they do some more features. More like this. Reach at least 75% satisfaction. I still need interface module and that. Right, so if I go to research, I need a lead developer, but that costs 8 research points, so I don't know, maybe I'll look at some of these guys. 109%, 119%, that sounds good. So let's offer like that, because that seems to be the, yeah, 46,000 a month, there we go. Right, so, have another researcher. Wow, this game is amazing. It's great. It's so good. John Smith, he is bitter, yes. The hell? Whatever that is. Got 14 research points. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna I've got shift to place multiple items at once. You know what? No one needs toilets or anything, so let's just go ahead and do that there. So now, you are still headhunting, right? So, yep. I'm gonna offer you a salary of 4,000. No, let's offer you that and send offer. Yeah, whatever. You that send offer. Back. You reset. Let's pretend I'm just have infinity money. Yeah, sure. I'll give you six grand a month. What is this? Mickey Mouse money or something? He's the best one. Salary expectation is 3,965. So if I offer him 4,000, the sign bonus of 1,000. There we go. Right, put him in there. Right, so I do that. Now, if I go to research, headhunting like ISIS, yeah, something like that. So do that. Yeah, look for a designer. Yeah, start headhunting. Oh, Salah Ahmed says don't be Islamophobic. So you've got to learn your lesson, Angus McPlop. Well, you know, every organisation, including paramilitary ones, they've got to do. They got to. What's the word I'm looking for? Recruitment is important in anything, including paramilitary organisations. Yeah, there we go. Did I mention I have a cold? I have a cold. I feel ill. Tuffy sheep shagger. Don't be Welshophobic. Yeah, don't be Welshophobic. Okay, yep, you'll do. So he expects, like, a lot of money. So do that. Signing bonus of a paltry sum, like yeah, okay, right. So pop you in that chair. Get to work, slave. Well-paid slave. Make me all the things I need. Now, if I go to research and do lead developer, yep. And then you are a designer, you're a developer. Training. Use train to increase supply speed to be able to upgrade the supply to the next level. So, how do I make someone a lead? I researched a thing. What's it called now? Lead developers take care of merge modules. Oh, I don't understand. You know what? You can be the lead developer. I don't know how to make someone a lead developer. If I just do that. So yeah, I need interface module, front end module and things like that. I can't do that. So I've got to research. So right, features. No, not any of that. Frameworks? No. Office? No. Production? No. Oh, I know. You. Headhunting, yeah, but I want you to change what you're headhunting for. So start headhunting for a lead developer. There we go. Oh, and I should have researched salary expectation as well, so... Let's, right, so cancel that. Start headhunting. Salary expectation this time. Start headhunting for a lead developer. See if I can find someone better than Elisa Reed. I can't afford... You don't have an available workstation. Upgrade your building on the city map. What does a closet do? I don't know. Let's put one there. Let's see. Willie Shelton, you can be wait 7 more days before I can fire you, right? So, oh, that's okay. What I can do is like you. Yeah, I can't keep looking for no truck diving today, headhunter. Oh, no, I'm ill, and also it's my day off. So, did I mention I'm ill? I'm ill. But, yeah. So, right. That one there. You, for example, you expect a salary of that. Okay. I'm going to give you no signing bonus. There we go. So why should I? You are no longer welcome in the desk. You sit in that desk and make me interface module, front end, back end. Right, so we'll carry on doing that. You're missing requirements. You're missing what that is. What's this? Working from 7 until 5? Lazy. But let's do some training. Yeah. I understand training. Training makes things go faster. Wow, Willie Shelton, that's my real name. Ah, okay. You got doxed, Willie Shelton. Oh, I've got some research points. What could I do with it? Do I want to do any of that? No. Yeah, I probably want some adverts. Or you. Who says you get to be at home? Come into the office and work. I don't pay you to be at home. This game is dumb. Alright, so go to the website. Features. Upgrade. Nope. Still need front end and back end module. And an interface module. Maybe I could get some cheats for this, which would make the game, like, not suck as much. The game is not supported by WiiMod. It's due to the multiplayer nature of the game and technical aspect to make it practical to mod. I wish this office had a whiteboard. I'm bored. I'm really fucking bored. This game sucks. Well, look, he's doing a back-end module. Well, that's good, right? So let's see if I've got enough stuff now. Right, so I've got a UI element. But I need a video component, front end and the back end module. And also an interface module, right? So you're doing an interface module, that's good. But I've now got enough stuff for some research. Right, if I do that, and then a benefits package. So how do I upgrade this workstation? I don't know. I've rearranged things. Pray I don't rearrange them again. You're still doing the interface module. Is there a way I can make you, like, do more work? I don't know. Still need a video playback module. Right, so you, development. They don't do much work, these people. Yeah, great. Doing all the research, but, I mean, like, what good does that do? So there's a coffee machine, but there's still no toilet, so I guess this is India? Well, there's the designated shitting street then. Yeah, hurry up with the video playback module, please. You lazy bastard. You've only worked 12 hours today. No, less than 12 hours. 7 until 5 is 10 hours. I wish this off has a whiteboard. Yeah, well, I wish Glenn would to stop going at home and actually finish the video playback module. I mean, you know, it's a website for loading videos. It's called Pornography Tube. We need a video playback module. Do you remember when YouTube used to be Flash videos? And now you can't, like, Flash doesn't work anymore. So how much is it going to be done today before he gives up? Lazy bastard. Right, finally, it's done. So now if I go to the website, features. Upgrade. Huzzah! Continue to run email campaigns. Make sure you potential users higher than your registered users. Increase your potential by upgrading feature levels. Alright. Okay. Oh, I've got lots of research points, so let's go ahead and research adverts. You want blueprint component, graphics component, and UI element. So, what makes a UI? I imagine you make a UI element. Backend, database, video component. Well, there's UI components. Blueprint component. Yeah, I'll probably need some more wireframe components, so... I've got enough graphics components. Created by a designer, created by a lead developer. Well, you're a lead developer, so you need to work on UI elements. What's it? I don't know what a UI element is. Yeah, you know what? Good game. GG. Bye.
Who opened it from this side? Like, come on, look. Who opened it from that side? Jesus. Okay. All right, there's a note on here. I'll look at that in a moment, I guess. It's a Gigabyte sticker. It says, Gigabyte Technology Co. Limited. Gigabyte RMA Department Repair Status List. Okay, it was actually sent to Gigabyte. What the hell does that say? It's handwritten on them. Associate? Let me look up this word. Not associate, I know what that word means. People might be like, wow, he's a lot dumber than I thought. I'll look it up before I say it. It might be a company or a person, I don't know. So quick video insert here. This is about a week later from the clip you were just watching. This board, we decided not to cover the RMA information because after some very simple digging, we found out that the RMA customer is Newegg. That's the really interesting part. Specifically, the customer is Magnell Associates. And looking up Magnell Associates did point towards pretty high confidence that it was Newegg. And then we just looked at basic corporate filings and found out it is in fact Newegg. So we talked to some companies in the industry, some representatives we know, and learned that all of the returned or defective items that they sell to Newegg, where Newegg says, hey, this thing you sold us is broken when they send it back, that's being transacted between the company and Magnell Associates. So the very customer that sent this board back to Gigabyte for RMA is in fact the one that sold it to me. That's the best part of all of this. Newegg probably sold this to some other customer first, or maybe it was used in an ABS build or something, but either way, it eventually went back for repair, and Gigabyte checked off the box that says CPU socket damaged. So we did some more digging here, and the next step, clearly, was to call Gigabyte. Not as us, but we called them with a cover story. And my cover story was, hey, I'm a liquidation business, and I just bought a pallet of defective Gigabyte motherboards from Newegg, and I was hoping that you, customer service representative, could help me figure out the RMA history of one of these boards so we can figure out if we're going to use it as an open box sale item or not. They were extremely helpful and gave us the information on the RMA. We gave them the ticket number that's on the motherboard. Remember, we didn't have to do anything weird to get this information. Newegg put it right there on the board. So when we could open it, we could see its RMA status. Talking to Gigabyte, we'll play a clip of it somewhere in here, we found out that the Gigabyte ticket history for this item, remember, we did all of this on the same day, so nobody knew that we had this going on. Nobody knew they sold this board to us at this point. This was before that went live. So the customer service rep looked at the history and said,
It was returned to them, sir, due to CPU socket damage, sir. In order to proceed, they could repair the CPU socket, sir, but there is a $100 repair charge, sir. It was sent to us by Newegg, sir. Yes, sir. The Magnell Associates and Newegg and ABS.
yes, we see that it came back in. Our technicians determined it was a CPU socket damage issue. The customer that sent it in was Newegg, and the reps for Gigabyte said that they offered Newegg the option of paying $100 to repair the motherboard or just getting it back unrepaired. And it gets sent back either way because it's their property, of course. Just like if you were the customer and they said, we can fix your board that you screwed up for $100, you say no, they'll still send it back to you. So they told us that Newegg said, no, we don't want to pay $100 to repair the board. It got sent back to Newegg, and then they put it on the shelf and sold it to me. So pretty good way to save $100. Let the customer deal with it by paying a gouged price, $500 for a multi-year old board that is damaged. Anyway, absolutely insane. Here's some more information. Gigabyte said that the ticket was opened in about July 2021. So the issue was known for a while. We bought it early December, I think, maybe second week December, something like that. And Newegg got it back sometime, it might have been in October or something based on the ticket here. So either way, this thing was known to be defective well before I bought it, at least 2 months, if not more. And they knew the defect because it's marked. So the best case scenario is that Newegg has some absolutely asinine way of handling products like this and doesn't double check them before it puts them back on the shelf and doesn't look at the giant obvious sticker on it. They probably got the box back from Gigabyte and just YOLO'd it onto the shelf without ever opening it. That is the best defense I can think of. And that defense shows extreme ignorance and incompetence, but at least it's not malicious. But that's the best one I can think of. The worst one is, no, we don't want to pay $100 for the repair. Let the customer deal with it. Anyway, enough of that rant for now. We're going to get back to the original discussion that happened before this insert piece did. Man, unbelievable. Okay, so their first claim was there's thermal paste attached to the motherboard. As you all know, normally the way it works is you take the thermal paste syringe and then you just kind of socket it right next to the RAM, because between the CPU and the RAM, a lot of people get that wrong. I see like dog hair on the thermal pad. We'll get to that in a minute. So, I mean, maybe this is the thermal paste they're talking about. Let's open up the socket. Oh my God. What the hell? Why'd you sell this to me? What's your fucking problem, Newegg? All right, there it is. So what this tells me is very simple. Clearly, you know, first of all, just to go on the record with this, in general, I don't think you should buy open box products, especially not open box motherboards. However, Newegg recently changed their open box listings. It used to say in very large text, open box, in all caps, colon, product name in the product listing. Now, at least for this one, when I bought it, in significantly smaller text underneath it, it says open box. I think the only reason I didn't notice that is because for like a decade, it's been the other way. And so I expected that. So my mistake for buying open box, however, obviously it still needs to work. And I can understand buying open box. Sometimes in the past I had to do it when I simply didn't have enough money to afford $100 extra for a brand new one. I was willing to fix a broken one. So, well, it shouldn't be broken, but I was willing to accept one that had been fixed and gone through the RMA process. So all this obviously means is that whatever Newegg RMA technician took this and cleared it, I mean, I want to be honest with you, like, that person shouldn't be working there. Just to be completely frank, this is unacceptable. So Newegg really screwed up because it's literally on the board. It says the CPU socket has damage. Then they shipped it to me. So to recap, if you buy an open box thing from Newegg, what's going to happen is if it's already damaged, you can record the entire process of receiving it and opening it. There's no reason they would choose a different course than they did with us, because in my situation, it was there was absolutely zero chance we had damaged it because we never opened it. And so if you say, hey, I got my new product and I opened it and the pins are damaged, they're just gonna be like, yeah, sorry to hear that. So the process is flawed. Either Newegg's technicians aren't checking it, or they're approving it for resale, knowing that it's damaged. You receive it, and then they reject your warranty, and they get money. That would be pretty malicious. I'm not sure if that's what they're doing. It's yet to be proven. So I'll leave that one there. It is, however, technically a possibility. Was Newegg smuggling GPUs across the border for mining operations? Yet to be proven. You want to know where they were hiding them when they smuggled them? They can only get one across the border at a time, like 3050, 6500 XT. There's a reason Paul doesn't work there anymore. Sorry, Paul. I don't know what else to do with this. I mean, we can keep opening it up, I guess. There's some thermal paste on the heatsink. Let's just finish this for sake of being complete. That screw's not even in. That was just loose. That's great. Great RMA process. So yeah, I don't understand why you would even have a service where you sell things as open box if you're not at least going to pretend you looked at it. that to me just screams scam. It seems like a scam. That's what we called the last video. Definitely feels like I got scammed. There's some animal hair or something or dust in there. So this was used. So the sticker says damaged by user, cannot repair. That's the nail in the coffin for me, where damaged by user, cannot repair. Damages, CPU socket damage. Ergo, put in box, sell to customer for $500 as a functioning product. So we've gotten to the bottom of the issue at this point. I have nothing more to say here about this particular product. So even if Newegg hadn't been the customer here on this RMA ticket, I do still think that they should be removing these stickers, just because it's not like the end of the world or a huge deal, probably. But I don't like that there's a chance that a previous customer's full name is on there. It's not like their address or phone number's on there or anything, but it's just not necessary information for the new customer to have, so there's no reason to leave it on there. So I do think that should be removed. Now, as far as how all this works, we talked with a bunch of companies in the industry. Shockingly, this is crazy. We had companies, I can't name representatives from them, reach out and say, hey, we've had this happen to us. And then we emailed Newegg with our @majormanufacturer.com email address, and the problem was solved. So it seems Newegg has a history of just solving problems for people who might have any influence over their business and then over everyone else. But the way it works is when Newegg collects defective or actually defective products from real customers, at the end of the quarter, typically, it will go back to the manufacturer that sold it those products. So these would be things like DOAs, maybe a power supply with missing cables or something. And either they'll get the product in queue to be fixed if it's as simple as, hey, XYZ power supply company will send you another cable and you can sell it new, or it will be potentially scrapped. And in either case, what happens is Newegg is typically issued some kind of rebate on its next order or refund for the defective inventory, which makes sense, because that's all we would want too. If we buy defective inventory, if I buy a broken motherboard, I simply want to send it back and get a refund for it. If Newegg buys a broken motherboard or power supply, it's taking them back to the manufacturer and getting a refund on it. That seems fair. The product was sold to them, it didn't work, it's unsellable. And so of course they should get a refund, just like the customer should get a refund, but that's how it works. So the amount of emails we got following publishing the first video that say the same thing is really disturbing, because normally most of the comments we get on videos, they're in the comment section below, or maybe Twitter. That's kind of it. Occasionally we get emails, and when there's more than a couple, that's when I know that it's a widespread problem, because it takes extra effort to do that than just leave a comment. It's like we had one from, I'll just say the first names here. We had one from a viewer named Mike, email titled Newegg Jankness. We had one from a viewer named Mark, who said Newegg scammed me. We have one from a user named James, who said he's desperate enough for a retailer that he has to buy from Staples. That's rough. And we got a couple others as well. So yeah, I think we've seen enough here. I don't know, we'll probably do another video about this. Newegg has been calling me. They seem to be freaked out, and things are on fire over there. But check back in for those. Subscribe for more as always. Go to store.gamersnexus.net if you would like to back order our drink coasters. These are awesome. They were out of stock for months. They sold out in about 36 hours the first time.
Instead of digging underground or having to do any demolition to replace or clean sewage pipes, Kenneth Kaz cures them from the inside. He's a plumber from Norway who specializes in pipe relining. This blue tube you're seeing is being pushed through a faulty sewage pipe using pressurized air, which will create a tough new pipe inside of the old one. This technique can be used to fix cracked, leaky, or old pipes. Some signs that a pipe needs to be inspected include sewer odors, slow drains, and constant clogs. Pipe relining is a quicker method compared to replacements, and it only takes 2 workers to complete the job. Workers start by inspecting the inside of the pipe with a tiny camera. They're looking for any cracks or leaks. Once they assess the damage, they'll clean the pipe with water in a rotating chain. This breaks up any caked-on rust, dirt, hair, sewage, and oil inside the pipe. All this buildup shrank the size of the pipe, making it difficult for waste to flow through it. Now that all that waste has been removed, the pipe is back to its original size, which will allow the new lining to stick. Now the relining process begins. The workers measure the pipe with each piece of felt lining to roughly the same size. A vacuum pump sucks out any air from inside the felt so that it can be filled with epoxy resin. They mix the resin by hand. Now that there's no room for air bubbles, which weaken the resin, they fill it up. Epoxy resin is super strong and resistant to chemicals. It's also a good choice to prevent roots of trees or plants from getting in the pipes and clogging them. And since resin starts as a liquid, it can be used to repair pipes of any size. The team flattens the lining and puts it in a compressor. The compressor uses pressurized air to shoot the lining into the old pipe. Once it's in there, the lining is inflated so that it sticks to the walls. A new pipe starts to form inside the old one. It cures and hardens for 4 hours with the help of pressurized air and heat from a steamer. Then the lining is deflated, trimmed, and removed, leaving behind a new pipe inside. The pipes can be used as normal once the job is done, and no water will be able to get in between the liner and the original pipe. The finished product can last over 50 years, which is twice as long as a brand new PVC pipe.
So today we're going to find out what really happens to recycled glass. I think it's a bit different than what you might think. So glass is a pretty cool material. It is inert, which means it doesn't react with whatever is inside of it, but that also means that it doesn't decompose in landfills. It can take up to 1 million years for one of these things to break down. But the good news is they are also infinitely recyclable, which is what we're going to learn about today, how glass is recycled and what we can use it for. Here in the United States, there's a lot of different ways to recycle glass. Some places have curbside pickup, other places have a big dumpster where you need to take the glass and drop it off in order for it to be collected in one convenient spot. Using the glass cullet that comes out of this recycling center uses 40% less energy when creating new bottles. What is cullet, you ask? Let me show you. We're going to start off with all of the glass dumped in one spot. This is the brown glass, the blue glass, the clear glass, even plate glass. It's nice that we don't have to pre-sort it. The sorting comes later. The material is taken by a giant front loader and dumped into a blue hopper. Which funnels all the glass down onto a conveyor belt. The conveyor belt takes the glass up to a crusher. The nice thing is that even broken glass can be recycled, because as we know, glass is glass and glass breaks. The crusher helps break the bottles down into usable pieces, and can even be recycled when the labels and bottle caps are still in place. After the crusher, it goes into a revolving trommel screen. This machine helps separate the glass and the contaminants. You know when you smash a glass bottle, it breaks into small pieces, but if you smash a plastic bottle, it just flattens. This machine can differentiate between the two and separate them into different piles. So as you can see, this is a giant tumbler, and the holes on this side are smaller than the holes on this side. So the particulate falls out and the larger stuff falls here. Now that we have the broken glass separated into 3 separate parts, the tractor comes back, picks up the glass, and drops it into a new hopper. We still have the metal bottle caps and a few other contaminants inside the broken glass, and this machine takes care of that. With giant magnets at the top, it can pull the metals up and away from the glass shards. The magnet will pull out all ferrous metals and inject them into a collection bin where they can also be recycled. After the magnets, the glass goes into something called a fluidized bed dryer. The air is heated to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, and at that temperature, the sugars and bacteria are burned, and the label glue is loosened. This is the dryer that gets rid of all those labels. It's nice that all of these processes don't have to be done by hand. After the dryer, there is another conveyor belt which takes the broken glass, and up to this point, all of the glass is still together, the different colors. When it reaches the top of the conveyor belt, it falls, a waterfall of glass. And the optical sorter uses lasers and puffs of air to sort the glass into different areas, and sort particles up to 3/8 of an inch. Pretty small. The reason we do this is because the glass has different makeups. The optical sorter behind me can shoot out 20,000 pieces of brown glass and ceramic every single minute. Every time one of the lights blinks, it's the puff of air blowing away a piece of ceramic or brown glass. After the optical sorter, we come over here to a hammer mill, which pulverizes the glass and brings it to this guy, which is the sorter. The pulverized glass then gets dropped into giant bins. So it's super loud in there, and I'm pretty sure my camera's covered in glass. But basically, if there's any pieces of glass that are still too big after the sorter, they go back to the pulverizer and repeat the process until it's super fine material. The super fine particulate, or cullet as they call it, is pumped up into these giant silos and then trucked off in semis to either make new glass bottles or something that you're probably not expecting. The pulverized glass dust is the basic ingredient in making new glass. It uses 40% less energy and, as a bonus, reduce the amount of raw materials that need to be mined out of the earth. They take advantage of these benefits to turn the dust from my broken bottles into another glass product, blow-in insulation for homes and buildings. First, the semi-truck containing that cullet, or powdered recycled glass, pulls up to the giant silo and pumps its entire load of glass bits into the massive silos at the top of the building. Each day a sifter proportions the different ingredients used for the fiberglass insulation into a holding hopper above the furnace, 55% of which is that recycled glass we saw earlier. The holding hopper lets the glass slowly trickle into the giant furnace, where it's heated to nearly 3,000 degrees. But how does electricity melt the glass? With super massive electrodes. Quick pause for a second. The electrodes inside of the giant furnace are actually these guys right here. Super heavy with the massive copper end on the back. This is what a brand new one looks like, but after a period of time inside of the furnace, this is what they end up as, because the glass inside, as we know, is a level 6 on most scale of hardness and deteriorates or corrodes the electrode while it's inside of there. The glass is just circulating like a giant melting pot. All the electrodes inside the furnace are creating electric arcs from tip to tip, kind of like Iron Man's arc reactor, and just zapping electricity from point to point to keep that glass molten hot. And how much electricity does that take? A glass melter of this size uses anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 megawatts of electricity. The white crust on the surface of the molten glass is used to help regulate the temperature of that red-hot liquid underneath, like a blanket. It's interesting that when the glass is in its solid state, it does not conduct electricity. It is an insulator, as we know since we're currently making insulation. but when the glass is molten or in its liquid state, it does conduct electricity. The white smoke you saw coming out of the tower earlier is just water vapor that's coming from the cooling and air purification system. The red and blue tube running around the outside of the melter helps keep the electrodes and the sidewalls cool. After the glass has been melted, it flows like a red molten river through these brick pathways to what we call the fiberizers. We're still in the upper levels of the factory at the moment, using gravity to drop the 2000-degree molten glass onto spinners, which fling the glass into superfine fibrous threads, kind of like cotton candy, except for not. We did, however, arrive just in time for some scheduled maintenance. Anytime a fiberizer needs parts replaced, they channel the molten glass away from the unit, where it gets sent off to shatter in cold water and become like the little pieces of collet we saw earlier. Since glass can be infinitely recycled, they don't waste any of it here. So when the glass is diverted away from those cotton candy machines, it ends up being brought back out. And this broken glass can be reused in the system as many times as they need to. Nothing's going to waste. And when the fiberizer is done having parts replaced, they can start dripping glass down into the top again to continue its production of forbidden cotton candy. The fiber that comes out of these fiberizers is white and feels as soft as cotton. It's safe to touch with my bare hands. What's interesting about the fiber, though, is that it's biosoluble, meaning that if you do accidentally breathe in the fibers, they won't cause damage to your lungs. This same white fluff is even used for the composite fibers in spacesuits. This yellow conveyor belt you see here is sitting right below the fiberizers, collecting this soft bed of white cloud-like glass, and transports it down to the hammer mill. Kind of like we saw at the recycling center, except for instead of breaking up glass shards, this is breaking up the mat of fluff into much smaller, blowable pieces of insulating material. Finally, down here at the bottom on the main level is where we add the trademarked pink pigment. Finally, robotic arms collect the pink insulation into bags and load it onto pallets for easy shipping everywhere across the country. It's crazy to think that the 15 bottles I was holding at the beginning of this video now have turned into just one of these bags of insulation. And the nice part is that it takes 40% less energy to turn recycled glass into something new than it does to make glass from scratch. It's a win for the planet on multiple levels. I know that I personally will make more of an effort going forward into the future to recycle my glass, since it's way better off being reused and turned into something new, like bottles or insulation to keep homes comfortable, both of which are way better options than spending the next million years in a landfill. And thanks a ton for watching. I'll see you around.
Oh. Whoops. I didn't realise I was still streaming. Oh shit. So, okay. Whoopsie. Yeah, I got a refund on the game because it's crap. Right. Next time it says, you'll not be able to reconnect, your stream will stop and you'll no longer be live. I click yes on that.